This is a continuation of our homework set 24. Question 6, what we've got first of all is a quadratic. Second degree, quadratic. This is a parabola. The leading coefficient here is positive, so this is the parabola that opens upward like this. Let's plot some points so we can see where it's going to go. So I'll just set up a little table here, x and y. How about if we start with x equals 0? Now if you put 0 in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 0 in for x and compute. So I'll get y is equal to 0 squared minus 3. So that's just negative 3. So I get this ordered pair, 0, negative 3. Now that's going to be down here. 0, start at the origin, 0, no left or right, but 3 down vertically, all right? So we will get this point right here. Now let x equal 1. If I let x equal 1, I'll get 1 squared minus 3. That is 1 minus 3, negative 2. So I get this ordered pair, 1 and negative 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go start at my origin. I'm going to go to the right 1, down 2. All right, right 1, down 2. Now let x equal 2. All right, I'll get 2 squared minus 3. You see where I'm getting at? The 2 squared minus 3, I'm letting x be 2. So bring it back over here, 2 squared minus 3. Now 2 squared minus 3 is 4 minus 3, which is a 1. So I get this ordered pair. X is 2, y is 1. So start at the origin, go to the right 2, and up 1. All right, right 2, up 1. Let's do another one. Let's go out to 3. Now at 3, I'm going to get 3 squared minus 3. That's 9 minus 3. That's a 6. So I'm going to get a 3 and a 6. So I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go to the right 3, up 6. Okay, that puts us right here. Oh, how did I get that one? All right, puts us right there. Now I can't go really any further with bigger x's because that's going to put us off the graph. So let's just do a few of these negatives. So I'll go negative 1. Now negative 1, if I go negative 1, I'm going to get negative 1 squared. Be careful how you write it. Negative 1 squared minus 3 is still 1. Minus 3 is negative 2, so I get this one. To the left 1, down 2. All right, so let's do that. Let's start here. Go to the left 1, down 2. All right, that puts us to the left 1, down 2, puts us here. Now let's put in a negative 2. So we will get negative 2 squared minus 3. Negative 2 squared is 4 minus 3. That's a 1. So it gives us this ordered pair. To the left 2, up 1. So back to our coordinate system. I'm going to start at the origin. I'm going to go to the left 2, up 1. Right there. Let's put a point there. Now let's do one more. Let's put in that negative 3. All right, so I'll put in a negative 3. Now I'll get negative 3 squared minus 3. That's a 9 minus 3, and that's a 6. So I'm here, this point, to the left 3, up 6. All right, so starting at the origin, right there, to the left 3, 1, 2, 3, up 6, puts us right there. Now, can you see this symmetry here? We've got this symmetry about the y-axis. So if I started here, what do I do? From here, I go out 1, up 1, right, in both directions. Out 1, up 1. Go out 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I'm squaring. I square it. So whatever, this says horizontal squared. So if I start here at 0, go out 1, square it, I go up 1. Out 2, square it, I go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 3, 1, 2, 3, square it, that's 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same thing on this side. Out 3, square it up 9. Now, as best you can, draw a smooth curve through these points. I'm not doing too well. That's not too bad. Okay, I'll put arrows to indicate it keeps going. And down here, this is the vertex. All right, so this is the vertex. I'm going to note that by writing this. A V for vertex. And where's the vertex? It's at 0, -3. All right, 0 and -3. And notice the vertex really is smooth down here. It's not this. Okay, it doesn't come down to a V like that. Question 7 says to use the intercepts to sketch the graph of this function right here. Now, first of all, the x is to the first power, so this is linear, so I know I'm going to get a straight line. All I need are 2 points, and it wants us to use the intercepts. Now, the intercepts are these, all right? I'm going to draw a little table here. When x is 0, all right, when x is 0, all right, put yourself at x equal 0 right here. Now, the y-intercept is where the y crosses the y-axis. Okay, where's the y going to cross the y-axis? That's called the y-intercept. So what do you get here? When x is 0, if you put 0 into this equation, we're going to get, it'll look like this. It'll look 0 plus 5, which is 5. So I get this point, 0 and 5. Let's plot that. All right, so 0 and 5. So 0, no horizontal, but 5 vertical. All right, so I'm going to get this point right here. So what happens when y is 0? Now I'm going to solve this equation down here. So in here, in this equation here, I'm going to put y being 0. So I'll get a little equation to solve. So here's our equation. It's y equals x plus 5. Let y equal 0. X plus 5. I can solve that. Subtract 5. I get -5 is x. So here's the ordered pair. X is -5. Y is 0. So this says to go to the left 5, no vertical. All right, so right here. Go to the left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No vertical. Right here. Okay, I've got 2 points. I need only 2 points to graph a line. So I'm just going to pass a line through these 2 points. Right, as best I can. I got my straight edge. All right, that's what I think that line looks like. Just keep in mind what it means. Really, this is a line, but when you draw a line, it's really, if you zoom in on it, right? If we were to zoom in on this, like this with a magnifying glass, really what we would see is a collection of points that are all right next to each other. And if I was to pick this point right here, follow it down, I get that x. Okay, I get that x. And follow it over, I get that y. All right, that x and that y would give me a true statement. So all the solutions to this equation are points on this line. Pick an x, add 5, I get the y. So if it's a solution to the equation, it's on the line. If it's not a solution, it's not on the line. Question 8, we are going to use the intercept method again to graph this equation. So all we have to do is this. Make a little table, choose x to be 0, and get y. I'll put a star there. That's the one I'm choosing. So if I put x equals 0, now just do it. You can just do this. If x is 0, what do you get? If x is 0, half of 0 is 0. You get y equals -2. So -2. So there's an ordered pair, 0, -2. Now choose y to be 0. I'll put a star. That's the one I'm choosing. If y is 0, all right, then you have a little equation to solve. So what you're going to do is just put 0, put it into the equation here. 0 in for y, right? So you're going to get 0 is equal to 1/2 x minus 2. All right, why don't we multiply, get rid of that denominator. Multiply through by that 2. I'm just going to multiply through by that 2. So it will look like this. 2 times 0 equals 2 times 1/2 x minus 2 times 2. You can do this in your head. 0 equals, those cancel. I get x minus 4. And if I add, I get x equals 4. All right, so here's another point. To the right 4, no vertical. All right, so let's graph these 2 points. So first up, let's get this 0, 2. So put yourself at the origin. No horizontal, but down 2. All right, 0, -2. So I'm down here. And the second point is this one over here to the right. To the right 4, no vertical. All right, so to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, no vertical. So I'll put a point there, and now with my straight edge, as best I can, I'll pass a line through those 2 points. Let's try it. That looks pretty good. There we go. And again, the intercept method to graph this function here. So how about a little table here, x and y. I'll choose x to be 0, put a star there. That's the one I'm using. All right, now if x is 0, put that 0 right back into the equation. I'll get 0 minus 3, which is negative 3. So here's a point, no horizontal, but 3 down vertically. Now, choose y to be 0. Can you just see it? What's going to make y 0 here? If this is 0, what's going to make it 0? What x do I need? Well, if this was 0, I'll go ahead and draw this. What I'm going to get is this little equation. 0 is equal to x minus 3. Add 3, I'll get 3 is x. All right, so I get this point right here. To the right 3, no vertical. Let's plot those 2 points. So first up, 0, negative 3. So put yourself at the origin. 0, no horizontal, but down 3, right down to here. All right, so right down here. And then the second point is to the right 3, no horizontal. So start at the origin, no vertical. To the right 3, no vertical. So right there on that x-axis. There we go. Now I'll try to pass a line through these points. Here we go. Okay, not bad. All right, and there's our line. Question 10, we're supposed to graph these 3 lines. So first up, we've got this y equals 1/3 x. All right, now y equals 1/3 x. Just a little table here. I just need 2 points. So what if x is 0? If x is 0, just put 0 right in here. You get 1/3 times 0, right? You get, if I can do it here, 1/3 of 0 is 0. So I get this point right here, 0, 0. So it goes right through the origin. Let's plot that one, right through the origin. Now pick a number for x. Pick another number for x. Now I could pick any number, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one that is not right next to it, but kind of far out so I can stretch out my graph. And I want the denominators to cancel. I don't want any fractions. So pick an x that cancels with the 3. 3 will go into what number? So how about if I chose x equal 3, 6, 9? Okay, what if I just pick 3? I don't want that one. If I just pick 3, I'll get 1/3 times 3, which is just 1. So I get this point, 3 and 1. All right, that's all I need is 2 points. So 3 and 1, to the right 3, up 1, is right here. Pass a line through those. All right, there is the graph of y equals 1/3 x. Next up, y equals negative 4. Now notice, there is only a y, there is no x. So here's what this means. This equation is independent of x. Now x is the horizontal, so if you put yourself on the horizontal axis someplace, it doesn't matter where you are, y is negative 4. So no matter where you are on the x-axis, no matter where you are, y is negative 4. Y is down here at negative 4. So if I put myself here, if I go out here, y is down here at negative 4. If I put myself here, y is down negative 4. If I put myself here, y is down negative 4. So what I end up with, if there's only one variable and it's a y, I end up with this horizontal line passing through y equals negative 4. All right? So if you see an equation that has only a y in it, you're going to get a horizontal line passing through that point. Now, the next one is x equals negative 2. Now, there's no y. So this says that x is always negative 2. No matter what vertical you're at, the y is the vertical. There's no vertical here, so it's independent of that. It says x is negative 2. So if you put yourself at negative 2 on x, put yourself over here at negative 2, it doesn't matter what the y is, x is always negative 2. So if you just see an equation that has only an x in it, that's a vertical line passing through whatever that x value is. All right, so if it's y equals a number, no x's, just y equals a number, horizontal line through that number. If it's x equals a number, vertical line through that number. And that finishes up this group of problems in homework set 24.